always record. Oh my bad.
Oh,
you gotta spell it how you spelled it when you first met me. Cause she was like on BYITYNAT.
Oh, man, BRYTTANIA.
That's her. And y'all know me. I am Edie Simone. I'm here with one of my babies at my school.
She just made me like 30 minutes ago.
And I'm gonna let her take the floor for a second. I'm gonna just chime in where I can. So,
like I said, Charles respect that what I just said.
Yeah, I like what. So, hold on, let me. God, be impatient. So, I'm gonna give y'all the background. So, we were just having casual conversation, and she was talking about how we talk about a lot of stuff because she can talk. She might be my cousin because she can really talk. But we were talking about how we ended up talking about how parents should be realer with their kids, right?
You gotta be serious. You really gotta be serious because you gotta let your kid know your whole life, your future can go down like this. One little thing you post on social media can take you down. One drug offense can take you down. It can end you up a whole year in here. And then if you don't take that serious, you don't take that second chance because they're being soft here. They're being nice here. You feel me? Like they literally they tell you. Like these kids get caught up with this was a lot of stuff, they get suspended.
Yeah.
You get caught up with that and you're above the age, you're going to jail, you're going to jail. And parents, they need to teach their kids this way is gonna end you with that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you bring this type of you're gonna end up in jail.
Right.
People is not gonna be stuff like that at all, always. And you can realize that really late in your life. Because the whole reason I'm here, I told myself, nah, bro, I ain't going down like that no more. Alright, you just gotta thug it out. It be difficult waking up in the morning, but I'ma still do it. Why? Because you gotta go through some stuff to learn your lesson. You gotta go through some stuff to clear your fucking.
Look, cause I've been getting on her, but that's okay. It's okay.
I genuinely think that parents should teach their children because the way that it is in the school system, you don't really get taught about that. In health classes, you get taught the physical effects, but you never get taught the actual criminal effects that you can have and the downfall that can have on your parents based on your parents.
So she made a good point, and it boils down to what we're giving these kids in school. She called out how we talk about the physical effects of things, of certain decisions, but we don't talk about the realistic application of these choices. We don't tell them how a certain offense at a certain age is just a slap on the wrist, but when you hit adulthood, such as hitting the age of 17, these become federal and felony offenses. So what do you leaders, our district attorneys, our community investors, our stakeholders, if you will, what are we doing to ensure that our kids are actually getting real life applicable relative lessons in these classrooms? Who having these conversations? Because you hearing it from the mouth of a babe. She's telling you exactly what she wants and what she thinks we should have in these systems to make sure they're on the right track. And I'm gonna pass the mic back.
Lots of parents at home, they don't even be active in their children's life. Who are they gonna learn from? In these schools, no one ever tells you the reality of how deep things are.
Right.
No one lets you know the real wrong truth. It's kind of like some type of hidden meaning, and then when it hits you, everything falls down. Reality kicks in at different ages. That's why most of these people, right after high school, their lives end up in the most craziest situations you would have never thought. Why? Because that's when reality hits them.
That's crazy.
That's when all these things come to light. That's when you awaken your realization of what your actual consequences are, and just how dangerous anything can get. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you then. So, and I really want to prop this up so I can actually be comfortable. So I hope y'all can hear her. I hope you can hear me. So you mentioned you hit a lot. I like how you said reality hits at different ages for different people. So when it comes to what you're saying about parents talking to their kids, is it that they're not talking to them, or they're not talking to them in a way that makes sense, or
I feel like they're just avoiding the subject in general because what parent wants to talk about their child about drugs?
Right.
Nobody wants to. It's almost like that's a shut down thing, like drugs.
Right.
No one even wants to say the word around their children. But drugs can be handled from any place. It could be from the school, it could be even from family, friends, anybody you know. And of course, if you don't talk that with your child, what are they gonna know? They're just gonna think, it's easily accessible. It must not be that bad. You know what I'm saying? If this many people can do this, it must not affect them like that.
What's too soon to start talking about drugs? And not even drugs, sex, what else?
Honestly, I really don't think any age, because if you don't tell your children about these things, they're gonna be curious. They're not gonna know. So they're gonna go around and do these things, and then they're gonna find the consequences afterwards. That's why so many children, you don't even know. Many people could be having all these STDs and stuff. Parents will not want to talk about getting tested or none of that. No one talks about that, of course, unless you're in a health class. And even then, children go sit there and be like, this is a weird class. Why are they talking about this? No one's used to it.
So what would make it more comfortable? So that's a different situation, right? So you mentioned being in health class. You know how we have these different classes for our students.
Everyone always thought that class was
Right. So what about, like for instance, one of the things I do with my personal company is I create programs that attack different issues, but I make it more conversational. I make it more relatable. Like I had one program where I was doing counseling sessions for athletes, but it wasn't like a how are you today? It was like I was gonna get out here, we're gonna play together, we're gonna cheer together, but I'm asking you a question, I'm giving you conversation. So would it be easier for you to, with situations like that, help to guide those conversations as opposed to something so restricted and
like just like I said, strict parents raise sneaky kids. It's the same thing as
strict parents.
The parents that don't talk about the subjects with their children is gonna find out from other people either the wrong information or they're not gonna know at all. They're gonna commit these things, and then reality is gonna sink in. It's gonna happen to the consequences. That's why it gotta come from home. It gotta come from home. Because if they learn at any other place, well, my parents didn't teach me that, so it must not be important.
Right,
That's not
right.
my mama don't care. No one else should care.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like, oh, my parents don't talk about it. Not that much about my parents, but something over else. Parents like to avoid that. They like to say school can handle that. The other adult can handle that.
So who do you think has the heavier impact? Do you think parents or peers? Okay.
Parents.
Really?
1,000%. A child needs attention from their parents, and I can say it because I know how I feel. Like I feel like, oh, mom's like, pay attention to me. Like I need to talk to this important stuff with you. And a lot of times I try to talk to like heavy subjects with my mom. Like she will not want to talk about it because it's like uncomfortable for her.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you can talk about that at school. And I know this. We shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be doing that to our children.
We should have
Then
a
you're
conversation.
just avoiding. You're avoiding your child's questions. A child is gonna stay curious until it finds out something.
I like that.
Like when you go out and you try to find out something, you never know what's gonna end up as a
Let me fix my hair real quick, girl.
I think it should come from home so children can know how important it is, like your own parents thinking about this. Because you as a parent have had an experience and you've had life, you know about these things. And you bring someone new into the world who doesn't know about none of these things, you want to get them in check.
Yeah.
You want to make sure they know what's up. They know how to stay safe, how to prevent this stuff from happening.
Yeah.
You got to keep your child in check.
So let me ask you this then. So when it comes to that, I interviewed a couple of young guys the other week. And one of the things that they said was that some people are parents, but they're not designed to be parents. So they don't know how to have those conversations. So that said, if families and parents are the most important factor for raising and grooming productive people, right? Should we as a community try to work together to help show those parents how to have these conversations, or show these parents, I mean, like, what do you
think? They
think?
should start with normalizing it in general.
Okay.
These heavy children, they shouldn't be avoided for other people to take care of. I think they need to start right now with the children we got in the school system right now. We gotta let them know about this stuff. They gotta learn about this stuff too. And then they're gonna grow up, their children will know what. They will feel more comfortable telling this stuff to their children because they got it told.
Right.
It wasn't dealt as something weird, or it wasn't like, oh, like this is heavy stuff. No, it's something normal. And I hate that. I hate to say that. It is something normal. It is something that happens so much. It's something common.
Yeah.
Why do like you will go around in these streets and you'll see these people in messed up situations. You'll never think what got them.
Yeah.
You just think that, oh, it was just there.
Yeah.
And you never realize outside the world, like, how many people ended up this way.
You're right. I think a lot of people don't understand the fact that in the midst of life, like you said, life is always happening.
Yes,
and we are
until
you realize it don't take much to be on the other side of the story. Like when I was working in investigations, I used to tell my parents that I was having to investigate. Like it doesn't take much to be on the other side of this desk. Because at the end of the day, some things happen out of mistakes, some things are misunderstandings. But like you said, we don't know the circumstances that get people where they are.
And a lot of this is sprung up from not having the knowledge.
And not having a conversation.
Yes.
You're right.
People not knowing what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
It's just off of assumption. Well, I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, right?
It should, right.
And then reality hits you, and then your whole life spirals. That's why a lot of people become addicts on the streets. How else do they cope?
Yeah.
You just find them out that you're going to be locked up.
Yeah.
You're going to be sent to a spiral.
Yeah.
You don't want to destroy yourself eventually.
Do your friends, are y'all able to talk about stuff like this? Like from on this level or
Honestly, what I notice with my own friends is even they're uncomfortable. talk about stuff like that. I'm usually like the one that's telling them about this stuff. And they be like, oh, like you acting like a mom or something.
That's
you know
the Taurus in you, girl.
Yes, bro. They're like, oh, like you acting like a mother.
Yes.
That's the thing. It's because that's not normalized in this generation. Mothers telling their daughters about this type of stuff about their bodies, not to know about how to take care of themselves. Like I had to find out how to like take care of my own self by myself. My mother never had that genuine conversation. I never had the sex stuff with my parents.
Yeah.
I've never had it. And I noticed that like, it's not really common in Hispanic families because like I can't think, well, if I don't bring up this subject, my kid won't know about it. And my kid won't do it.
Look,
You don't have eyes on your child at all.
24/7, you sure don't. You surely don't.
If you avoid a subject, it's bound to come to your child at any time. You never know how they're gonna handle it or how they're gonna react to it.
Right.
Because you never taught them what to do in that situation. You never taught them what's gonna happen if they engage in that type of situation.
Right. You know what? That's something I always say. I can only pray that in my absence that my kids are doing right.
Yes.
And it would break my heart if I learned certain things. But it's like you said, like we have to normalize having these tough conversations. Like the same way I'm talking to you, I want to be able to talk to my 14-year-old or talk to my 10-year-old and let them know. Like I tell them up front, now look, I might not like everything you say, but at least I know where your head at if you tell me. Because if I hear this from somebody else and you ain't came to me first, it's like I can't, you know what I'm saying? I might be shocked by it. So I try to. I'm dramatic. I'm definitely a drama queen, but at least like I try to make it to where my kids can come to me. Any kid, I'm not gonna say my kid.
A child should feel like safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like I said, if you avoid these type of subjects, your child's not going to want to talk to you about these subjects.
What about the role being that teachers and counselors and social workers play? Is it as important as parents, or is it not as? What is your take now that we're going back to school?
I feel like it's equally as important because a lot of children don't have the same opportunity of having two parents in the household or a happy family. None of that. I feel like any adult should help a child. No matter if you know them, don't know them, related, not related,
right?
Delinquent in your eyes or angel in your eyes. I feel like it doesn't matter. A child is still a person that's not fully grown and needs to be taught the rights and wrongs. The child does not have like the developed mind to know.
Exactly.
The child needs someone to lead them. So if you don't have a parent in your life, who do you resort to?
You're right.
I'm telling you, you gotta have a safe space for kids, because that's how a lot of these kids end up in these situations. And I mean, once you're down in the dirt, where else do you know how to go? Other than just work down.
Okay, bars for that is look. I like that though, because it puts the responsibility on us as leaders, and just us as, especially in a system like this. And for obvious reasons, because
the only thing I really don't like about the school system is that punishment is number one, but like talking is communication is.
So would you say that you had a fair opportunity to talk about your situation before coming, or no?
No, not really. I was just kind of like, why did that happen? I took that in. I was like, you know what? Whatever. At least I have this time to bring up my grades. I won't have to worry about anyone thinks about me. I can look, I don't even do my makeup. Some days they kind of call it a day. I remember I used to feel the need to wear pounds and get ready before I could walk into a school setting. I feel like I needed to be like a professional. But honestly, now that I've been here, no one really bats an eye at me. And I like that. I like that people don't pay attention to me. I like that I can just do my own thing. I don't like the ideas and the thoughts of others to move mine. I know I got mine set straight. I know what I want.
There you go. I love that.
I know what I want. I got a job. I got a school. I'm passing.
She is now. She's doing well. She's showing her grades, y'all. So I'm very proud of her.
You just got. I'm telling you, you gotta check it out.
Look at her.
One year in life, an entire lifetime. Like I said, like that one meme with the glacier, where it says like my problems versus like like the tippity top. It's just your time of the rough patch. The rest of it, you shouldn't damage you because of that.
Yes,
I feel like you should take that as a lesson.
You should. Yeah, you definitely should.
I took it as a lesson. Like, I knew better. I should have known better.
She don't know it yet, but she might be a feature in one of my upcoming events. She don't even know it yet.
Oh.
She don't even know. Hey. I just like, alright? Oh man. But no, seriously. No, and I'm saying that because the thing about it is, I can talk from blue in the face, right? But at the end of the day, there's a divide because of age. You know, certain things I won't be able to connect with people on. And what I want, like again, I want to normalize. God dang it. This is a sign. Doing the most. Look, but we glowing though. Look, we got a little blue.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like I look right. I don't really care. I don't care. I'm here to speak.
Hey, we are here to speak. And I want to be able to get basically a multitude, a team of like young advocates, because that's what my podcast is about. It's about basically like me having conversations like this. I'm gonna let y'all have the floor, no matter what you say. I'm not judging. I'm really here to learn, because I want my students to be the teacher. Because I'm an adult, I don't know everything. I want to know everything, but I don't.
Yeah, no, I noticed that a lot of times when I only talk to about 2 kids in this school that I've actually like befriended and like talked to on social medias. One of them ended up getting home base.
Really? How long have you been here?
I've been here since like February.
Okay.
So not that long, but you know.
Long enough.
I've done my thing.
Exactly.
I did my dues. I completed my work.
Yeah.
I stayed. I just did my thing. You know, I didn't really like social media. I don't ever want to like. I know that I'm young and I can still get influences. So like I just don't want to get myself into it.
So would you say that have you learned anything either A, by getting here, or have you learned anything since being in here?
I've learned a lot. I learned
A lot.
Like from Midland North got a sinker.
Oh yeah, she does have a sink. That's fine.
I learned that some of the people that I met here have horrible relationships with their parents.
Really?
Yes, a lot of these problems are stemming from the parents. The parents not talking with their children. The children not having relationships with their mother and their father. So they don't have anyone to resort to. That's why a lot of kids are doing drugs. They don't have anyone to resort to. They don't have anyone to talk to. They don't have nothing else to do. They don't have any activities to spend their days on. They don't have a parent to talk to. They don't have a parent to bond to. They don't have a relationship like that. And if you don't have a relationship with people you live in, all the hours of your day, how are you going to grow? You're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to like want anything in your life. You're just going to be stuck and feeling miserable.
How do you think that works in terms of like building that relationship? Because some people are awkward, and you know, I'm a firm believer that it is the adult's responsibility. But you know, sometimes, especially when you have ways that you're setting in, like for instance, let's pretend I'm still a know-it-all. I'm set in my ways, right? And it's gonna be hard for me to just break that just for the sake of catering to a child. So at what point does that responsibility shift from the adult to somewhat on the child or the youth's part to help build that relationship or kind of re-establish that
I think
relationship?
it depends if you care. If you care about your own self.
You
put
bet.
yourself first, and if you're not following any other things. Because I noticed that a lot of kids, they do this stuff to like want to be cool.
Yeah.
Like it's normal. And like I know it's like a corny thing. Every adult says, oh, these kids just do drugs to want to be cool. But it's really true. It's really true. There's a reason why people say this a lot. It really is.
Yeah.
People are willing to throw away opportunities in their life because no, that seems lame, or no, that's nobody does it. Or like no, like that's weird, or no, that's embarrassing. I feel like you should never be embarrassed to try to accept from your own parent. I feel like you should never be embarrassed to try to accept advice from your own parent. I feel like you should never feel embarrassed to try to accept discipline. Discipline is seen as like something horrible, but honestly, something really discipline because in the future you're gonna need discipline. You're gonna need discipline to wake yourself up every morning.
Absolutely.
Go to your work and make money to live.
Absolutely.
You need these type of life skills in your life. You need to learn this early on so you can get used to it when you get out in the real world. Because the real world just gets scarier and scarier. And I'm still living at home with my parents. I still get my food. My food source is my mom and my dad.
There you go.
And like if I'm a child right now and I feel like like life is really like difficult.
Yeah.
I can't I'm yet to even know what it's gonna be like. And I feel like a lot of people don't even got that little sense of urgency. Because you got at one point you realize you gotta get your life started. You get that sense of urgency. I remember that happened to me when I was like beginning of freshman year. I started feeling like I need to start doing something. I need to start helping around. I need to do something with my life.
Gotcha. You already at that point where you're trying to seek self-actualization is the term that they use.
I remember I literally had like a whole life crisis. I was like, man, what am I doing? Or like, what am I supposed to do to A lot of kids, they feel lost. They're like, well, what am I supposed to be doing in these teen years?
Yeah.
There's really no like strict rule for what to do in your teen years, because no one likes to like appreciate like goodness, or like strength in education wise. It's just like, oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
They're like, no one even knows about it because it's not like spoken up on. It's not the rage.
Right.
It's not the rage between kids.
It's not.
It's not.
How do you think we can change it? As adults, do you think we can change it? And as youth, do you think you can change
Honestly,
it?
as adults, I feel like you gotta hit the kids with reality. I feel like it's way too softened up, or it's just avoided in general. There's never a perfect like mixture. You gotta learn reality, and I'm gonna tell you it to you calmly, or like I'm gonna let you know this beforehand, so you can have this information, so you know what's wrong.
You can at least say you know that you heard it. Yeah.
You can know some stuff. A lot of these kids are in here for things like they're like, oh, I didn't even think that was like such a bad problem. I didn't think that ended me up here.
That's true. That's true.
You gotta let these kids know, man. You gotta hit them with the hard stuff so they can wake up. You need that sense of urgency to fix yourself, to better yourself, to want more for yourself. If you don't, you're gonna end up growing up in this being able to make that. Because right now, everything is competition, man. It's a competition in education. It's a competition in this. It's a competition in everything, man.
It is. It really is.
It's hard to earn you a good spot.
It's a good, and
Like
you
me, for
just have to
example,
prove
they
it.
give me a scholarship, man. You know, though, that's competitive.
You trying to go to school somewhere?
Yeah, I know people that do like teachers. Some with teeth.
You better stay in touch with me. You should. I'm serious. Recommendation letters, whatever you need.
Yeah, I remember we were doing the little fair over there.
Yeah, the career fair.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I want psychology. I want future education.
Yeah.
If you get some more degrees on you, that's more money.
It is.
Yeah, that's a better life to you. That's a more guaranteed safety.
I promise
how
you.
can live comfortably. That's guaranteed comfortability.
It is. And it makes yourself more appealing. It makes it hard for others to outbid
You
you
stick
because they
out.
want you.
You stick out.
Exactly.
If you're an educated person, you stick out.
Yeah.
I feel like education is so shameful upon kids. Like, school so lame, school so dumb. Like, yeah, I don't even like school. If I'm for real, I really don't. Like, I don't like waking up early. For me, I don't like walking in somewhere with a bunch of people my age. Like, I get awkward, I get shy. I know that's where you're coming from me. But if I really want something,
Teachers just have to leave wave one of those runners.
I'm gonna throw it on the side because I care about that.
Well, we're wrapping up because she got to go. Give your peers one good sound piece of advice.
One piece of advice is honestly just go day through day
have a good
through day. I
sound.
know it's hard. But one day can change a lot for your future. One day can change the whole pathway of your future. The next day.
All right, sign off with your special spelling.
Bye. BRYTTA.
All right, boo. Thank you so much. Have a good one, okay? Well, you heard it. From the mouth of Babe. She gave y'all some gems, and I'm definitely gonna revisit this shoot myself and jot down some notes, but you'll definitely be seeing and hearing more from that young lady. So you guys make sure y'all stay tuned, and I will be hearing from you soon as well. Be well.